Hello everyone. In the last video we have covered line generation algorithm by the DDA method. In the today's video we are going to cover line generation algorithm by the Bresenham one. So according to Bresenham line generation algorithm, these are the various steps which need to be performed. What is our first step? According to it, read the line endpoints x1, y1 and x2, y2 such that they are not equal. Means what? Our first point and our second point, that means end point, they should be different from each other. Now the second step, it says this calculation of the value of delta x and delta y. So delta x is nothing but a x2 minus x1. Similarly, delta y is equal to y2 minus y1. According to step number 3, x is equal to x1 and y is equal to y1. This is nothing but a initialization of our x and y values. Within the fourth number step, there is a calculation of decision variable or error to compensate for the non-zero intercept with the formula E is equal to 2 into delta y minus delta x. Now, according to the step number 5, there is a need to repeat the loop plotting of those points until we are not getting the condition as a false one. So, what is that loop? First one is the initialization of your I value. That means I is equal to 1. Aim is what? That we want to plot a given line. So according to those, there is a need to identify the values of x and y every time. So first initially plot x and y, which we have defined here within the step number 3. Now next we want to check the condition. While our E value, that means decision variable value, if it is greater than equal to 0, if this condition is true, then only these two statements are going to execute. Otherwise, there is an execution of next statement 1. So, here we are checking while E is greater than equal to 0. If it is true, then y is equal to y plus 1 and E is equal to E minus 2 delta x. If this condition is false, or even though it is true or false, the next statement which is going to execute is x is equal to x plus 1 and E is equal to E plus 2 into delta y. After execution of all these, we have to increase the value of I. I is equal to I plus 1. Now, we have to check our I value condition as if our I is less than equal to delta x, then we have to repeat these all steps from the plotting one. So, that is a go to step number 6. And finally, there is a stop. Now, let us take one example for this algorithm. That is nothing but a 5. Let us consider one example, that is 5 and second point as a 13. Here is the 9. So let us solve the example for this one. According to our line generation algorithm of Bresenham, first step we want to read the endpoint 1. So here read the line endpoint x1 y1 and x2 y2. So this is nothing but your x1, this is nothing but your y1, this is the x2 and this is the y2. So here our aim is to draw the line on xy axis 1. So here is 0 0 and suppose we are knowing this is the x1 y1 point and here we are getting as a x2 y2. That means what? We want to identify in between points for this one. So that is our objective or the aim. We want to draw the line 1. So for that purpose, according to step number 1, here we are saying x1 is equal to 5, x2 is equal to 13. Here we have identified that one. So y1 is equal to 5 and y2 is equal to 9. Now let us move towards the next step. What is that? We want to calculate the value of delta x and delta y. So according to step number 2, delta x is equal to x2 minus x1. Here we want to calculate the value of x2 minus x1 as 13 minus 5. So it will give us answer as 8. Now here the second step is to calculate the value of delta y. So here y2 minus y1, that is equal to, what is the value of y2? 9. y1 is 5. So 9 minus 5 we are getting here as a 4. So here is the end of our step number 2. Now what is our step number 3? X is equal to x1 and y is equal to y1. So according to step 3, we want to initialize the values of x and y. So x is equal to x1 is equal to, what is the value of x1? 5, that we are knowing. Now similarly, y is equal to y1 according to step number 3. So we are writing here, what is the value of y1? We are knowing it is the 5. So here, what is the next step? That is step number 4. We want to calculate this erroneous value. So a decision variable is equal to, formula is that 2 into delta y minus delta x is equal to 2 into, what is the value of delta y? It is nothing but the 4. So 4 we are writing, minus, what is the value of delta x? It is the 8 1. So we are getting 8 minus 8, answer is equal to 0. Now next to that, we want to repeat all this loop 1. Now let us move to calculating this loop values 1. So first value is nothing but our I value. What is the next that we want to calculate? It is the plotting one. What we want to plot? The value of x and y. So according to step number 5, we are going to carry out this one. This is the step number 6. Now what is the step number 7? We want to calculate here our condition. That means what? While our e value is greater than equal to 0. Then if this condition is true, then we have to calculate y is equal to y plus 1. Similarly, e is equal to e minus 2 delta x. If this condition is true, then only these two statements are going to execute. Otherwise, we are going to have calculation of the next step. That is, x is equal to x plus 1. E is equal to e plus 2 delta y. Next statement is I is equal to I plus 1. And last one is, we want to check the condition I is less than delta x or not. That means it is equal to also. Now let us start loop execution. So firstly, we are starting with the I is equal to 1 value. We want to plot here the x and y value. What is the value of x? That is according to step number 3, 5, and here we are having 5. So plotting is there that we want to calculate. Now next to that, we want to check for the condition of e. E is equal to 0, which is greater than equal to 0. As we can see here, 0 is equal to 0. That means our condition is true. So we can execute these two statements. So y is equal to y plus 1 means here we are getting value of y as a 5. 5 plus 1 we are getting as a 6. Similarly, e is equal to e minus 2 delta x. What is the value of e that we are knowing as a 0 minus 2 into delta x, that is the 8 1. So we are getting here our answer as a minus 16. Move towards the next step. X is equal to x plus 1. So x is equal to, previous value of x is the 5. 5 plus 1 we are getting answer as a 6. Go towards calculating e value. E is equal to e plus, as previous value of e is the minus 16 plus 2 into value of delta y is nothing but a 4. So after solving, we are getting here minus 8. Next to that, I is equal to I plus 1. So I is equal to previous value of I, that is nothing but a 1. So 1 plus 1, we are getting answer as a 2. We want to check this condition. 2 is less than equal to delta x value, that is nothing but the 8. So here we are having testing condition. So according to that, we want to calculate. Now here, go towards the next. That means what? This condition is, if this condition is true, then we have to go to step number 6. Means once again, for the value I is equal to 2, we have to repeat once again plotting 1. What is that plotting 1? So according to values of this x and y, what is our current value that we have identified in the last step? So x is here, that is 6. And if we want to identify the value of y, that is also 6. So we have to mention that. Now once again go for while our e value that we have calculated in the last step, it is the minus 8. So minus 8 is greater than equal to 0. This condition is false. So these two statements are not going to execute. So go for execution. Next point, that is x is equal to x plus 1. What is current x? 6. 6 plus 1, we are getting answer as 7. Similarly, e is equal to, we are having the formula e plus 2 delta y. So what is the value e that we get here as a minus 8 plus 2 into delta y, that is nothing but the 8. So we are getting answer as a 0. Once again, I is equal to I plus 1. I previous value as a 2. 2 plus 1, we are getting here 3. So next to that, here check condition. 3 is less than equal to 8. Condition is true. So we have to once again repeat this step. So let us start for the loop number 3. That means I is equal to 3. What is that? Once again we want to plot. So here plotting of your x and y. What is the x that we get in the last step? That is the 7. What is the value of y that we get here? There is no change in the y value. So y will be as it is from this step. So here 6. So we are writing that. Now once again go for checking the condition. While our e value, what we get here? 0. 0 is greater than equal to 0. Condition is true. Now these statements are going to execute once again. So y is equal to, previous value is 6. 6 plus 1, we are getting answer as a 7. Similarly, e is equal to, what is the value of e that we are getting here as a 0. 0 minus 2 delta x. Delta x is 8. 2 into 8, that is nothing but a minus 16. So here we are getting answer as a minus 16. So x is equal to x plus 1. Previous value of x is the 7 plus 1. We are getting here answer as a 8. Similarly, e is equal to, what is the formula? E plus 2 delta y. Previous value of e that we get here as a minus 16. So minus 16 plus here 2 into delta y, we are getting 8 is equal to minus 8. Once again, I is equal to, previous value of I, that is 3 plus 1. Answer as a 4. So we have to check 4 is less than equal to 8. Condition is true. Means once again we want to repeat. So step number 4. For the fourth step, once again plot. What we want to plot here? The value of xy. Previous value of x is the 7. Previous value of y is the 8. And here is the 7. So here is the 8 and 7. Now while our e value, what is the e value that we are getting? Minus 8. It is greater than equal to 0. Then only these two statements are executing. As the condition is false, so these are not going to execute. So let us start with the next. X is equal to x plus 1. X value we are knowing, it is the 8 plus 1. So we are getting answer as a 9. Similarly, e is equal to e plus 2 delta y. E value that we have written as a minus 8 plus 2 delta y means once again 8. We are writing here answer as a 0. I is equal to, we are writing here condition as a 4 plus 1, that is equal to 5. 5 is less than equal to 8. The condition is true. So once again start execution of the loop. That means what? Plotting of x and y. X previous value 9. There is no change in the y. So y will be as it is. That means 7. We want to check condition while our e value we are getting as a 0. Greater than equal to 0. So here condition is true. So these two statements are executing. This is for false condition. This is for false condition. If it is not false, then it is going to execute. So y is equal to 7 plus 1 is equal to 8. Next to that, we are calculating the value of e. According to this, we are having previous value of e 0 minus 2 delta x is nothing but a once again 16. So we are getting here minus 16. X is equal to, previous value of x is the 9 plus 1. We are getting answer as a 10. Here we want to calculate the value of e. Is equal to e plus 2 delta y. E that we are getting here minus 16 plus 8. So we are getting answer as here minus 8. Once again I increase by 1. So 5 plus 1 Answer will be 6. 6 is less than equal to 8. Condition is true. So once again we want to perform the loop. So here plot. What value? X and Y. What is the previous value of X? It is 10. So write down here 10. Next to that value of Y. Here it is 8. So putting those values. Next Y. Once again check the condition of E. Previous value of E is minus 8. Greater than equal to 0. The condition is false. So it is not going to execute. Y will be as it is. There is no change in Y. Go for next. X is equal to X plus 1. Previous value of X is 10. 10 plus 1 we are getting as a 11. E is equal to E plus 2 delta Y. What is the previous value? E minus 8. Plus 2 delta Y is the plus 8. So we are getting answer as a 0. I is equal to I plus 1. I previous value is the 6 plus 1. Here is the answer 7. 7 is less than equal to 8. Once again the condition is true. So we are executing that for the 7th time. So once again plot. What we want to plot? Values of X and Y. Value of X is the 11. Value of Y no change. So that 8 will be as it is. Testing condition while. What is that? E value is 0. Greater than equal to 0. As it is equal to, that's why this loop will going to execute. Y is equal to Y plus 1. What is the value of Y in the last step? 8. So plus 1. Answer will be 9. E is equal to E minus 2 delta X. So E value is the 0. Minus delta X is nothing but a 16. 2 delta X minus 16 we are writing. So answer will be minus 16. X is equal to X plus 1. So here 11 plus 1. We are getting answer as a 12. E is equal to, we are writing E plus 2 delta Y. So previous value of E that we are getting here as a minus 16 plus 2 delta Y is nothing but a 8. So our answer will become as a minus 8. I is equal to I plus 1. That is 7 plus 1 is equal to 8. 8 is less than equal to 8. It is not less than but it's equal to. That's why we are going to once again execute this one. So here plot X and Y. What is the value of X? Here is the 12. What is the value of Y? Here is the 9. We want to check the condition. So while our E value is the minus 8. It is greater than equal to 0. That means what? The condition is false. So it is not going to execute the loop. So next X is equal to X plus 1. 12 plus 1 means here 12 plus 1. We are getting answer as a 13. Similarly, the value of calculating E is equal to E plus 2 delta Y. Previous value of E minus 8 plus 2 delta Y we are getting as a 8. So we are having answer as a 0. Now I is equal to I plus 1. So 8 plus 1. Here we are getting 9. 9 is less than equal to 8. Here our condition becomes false. So here we are going to stop according to our algorithm. So here we are stopping. Now along with the given we want to draw the chart one. So what is the chart one? All these are the X and these are the Y values. We are starting with 0, 0. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 and here 13. So all these values we want to calculate. Here the same 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 in the same way. So suppose here plotting for the first point, that is the 5, 5. So we have to move here for the 5, 5. Next to that there is a 6, 6. So second point 6, 6. So here is the 6, 6 that we are counting. Next is the 7, 6. So here 7, 6. Next there is the 8, 7. We are having here 8, 7. Next to that there is a 9, 7. So 9, 7. So we are plotting that one. Next there is a 10, 8. So here is the 10, 8. Next to that there is a 11, 8. So here we are having 11, 8. So this is nothing but the plotting on the given graph chart. So that is nothing but the line drawing algorithm by the Bresenham. So our first point to that of a end point. We have drawn the line along with the line generation algorithm by Bresenham. Okay, we will stop here.